Hey everyone, it's Meteorologist Joe Martucci. Let's keep you safe. Let's keep you prepared. Let's talk about what we're expecting with this potent storm that's coming through here. We are looking for damaging winds and flooding. The worst of this, 4 p.m. Tuesday to 1 a.m. on Wednesday. We have that state of emergency starting 5 p.m. Tuesday as well. I know that some things have been canceled for tonight in terms of activities. If you don't have to be out, don't be out. Although, to be honest with you, a state of emergency really just opens up the potential for federal funding in case we get a federal disaster in the state. It doesn't really have anything to do with the day-to-day life of us here, but it does have to do with our ability to receive funding if we need it. We take a look at our storm threats. Wind damage continues to be my highest concern. I am also concerned about flooding rain and tidal flooding as well. That not as big of a concern as the winds, but something to talk about here. It's a strong, potent low-pressure system. In fact, at its peak tonight, the center of that low-pressure system will have an air pressure, a barometric pressure equivalent to what we see in most Category 2 hurricanes. It's a strong storm. It's a soaking, heavy rain as we go into tonight, especially after dark here. You see those oranges and those yellows. That's heavy rain. We could even see a thunderstorm with this. Then by 12:30, 1 o'clock, that heaviest rain is out. The heaviest winds are out, but it's still gusty, and there still will be some areas of rain into our Wednesday here. You see a patch of rain moving through for the Wednesday morning commute. It'll be gusty Wednesday, but not as strong and not as impactful as what we'll see as we go into Tuesday evening and into parts of Tuesday night. Let's take you through alert by the National Weather Service. The high wind warning in effect for Cumberland, Cape May, Atlantic, Eastern Burlington, Ocean, and Monmouth counties. This is to highlighting the risk of property or life-threatening winds here. We're talking about gusts up to 70 miles an hour along and near the coast. That includes most of Cape May County. Further inland, gusts up to 50. And hey, look at these sustained winds as well. 30 to 40 miles an hour at the shore. Remember, tropical storm force is 39 miles an hour. We could be talking about tropical storm force sustained winds, and gusts could be even higher. And it's all because of this map right here. Winds about a half-mile high. The 925 air pressure millibar level here. That's indicative of a strong jet streak, a low-level, fast-moving column of air that can mix down to the surface, or at least most of it mix down if you get a thunderstorm or some kind of heavy rain. We certainly have the potential to see that. We have a flood watch in effect for all of New Jersey. Again, we have kept seeing this with these storms here. We take a look at our forecasted rainfall totals. Generally, 1 to 2 inches south of the AC Expressway. North of there, Galloway, Long Beach Island, Seaside Heights, Point Pleasant, 2 to 2.5 inches of rain I do believe will be likely. And even further north in the state, they'll see more. They have a serious river flooding issue on their hands because of the melted snow and this rain. Coastal flooding. This map looks a little funky, right? We got Ocean County and Cumberland in the warning for moderate flood stage, advisory stage for Atlantic and Cape May counties, and then the Delaware River also in that warning for moderate flood stage. Why is that? Well, winds are from the south. What that means is if you're in the Delaware Bay, it's going to push that water right into the Morris and Cohansey rivers, which will get us into moderate flood stage. Once you get to the Atlantic Ocean counties here, that south wind, sure, it'll push some wind up, and it'll definitely push some water into the Barnegat Bay here, and that's why Ocean County's in that flood warning. But for places like the Mullica River, the Great Egg Harbor River, it doesn't really push a lot of water into those areas, so therefore our tidal flooding on our tidal river and our bays are lesser in Atlantic and Cape May counties as opposed to Cumberland and Ocean County. Here's bivalve and minor flood stage. This is on the Delaware Bay. Here's moderate flood stage for there. And then here's Manahawkin in minor flood stage. And now we'll take you to moderate flood stage. And you can see more of the town is underwater when you get to this. And this will be overnight tonight here. We also have a storm warning in effect for the coastal waters. Storm force winds are expected. Here's a look at your planner. Temperatures rise as we go into the evening on this strong southerly wind. It will be warm and wet and windy. Wednesday also is windy. Gusts 35 to 45 miles an hour. Not enough to cause any damage, but it's still winds will be whipping here as we go into the day on Wednesday. Otherwise, it's partly to mostly sunny after about 10 a.m. or so. And the hits aren't done yet. We got one more storm coming for this week. This will come Friday night into Saturday. This looks to bring rain, wind, coastal flooding. I don't think it's as much as this storm, so that's good news, but it's something to be aware of. Here's a look at our inland 7-day forecast for you. Thursday and Friday, a brief reprieve here. We get that storm Friday night into early Saturday. Then, as we go into early next week, right after MLK Day, we are going to watch for what could be another nor'easter. It will be colder then. I'm not sure if we're going to see all snow with this, but some snow certainly looks possible. We'll have plenty of time to talk about that. More from me and our Across the Sky podcast team, you can check out our Across the Sky podcast wherever you get your podcasts.